Hey guys, I am here to get into Moonlight, which is directed by Jenkins and released in the year 2016. And this is just an incredibly original kind of depiction all the way through. There's three different kind of shades of development, and a character who's ultimately just, yeah, it's very warm. It's like a very warm depiction all throughout. Kind of like a sort of like just three different stories of a character's life. There's like warmth and melancholy in all of this, and it's just downright stunning in cinematography. I think this really just creates a full spectrum of just wonderful emotion and sympathy towards just melancholic pain in a lot of original kind of ways. This is a very good kind of like growing up depiction, which reminds me a lot of Richard Linklater. This seriously feels all. This reminds me so much of Richard Linklater, and particularly like from Boyhood and the Before trilogy. It's just a really fascinating extent of just I resonate a lot of melancholic joy to a lot of this project. Really, and it holds up just because it's so incredibly subtle and original. It's just depicting sort of this mesmerizing. I particularly look at the Ford trilogy. This whole condenses like all three of those themes into like this sort of its own kind of like one film entirely. As it just explores all kinds of just growing up and insecurity along the way, and it just really redefines an essence of just empathy all throughout. In ways, and just the writing is fantastic. I love the simplicity. It seems the directing also reminds me a lot of Nicholas Winding Refn as well. It's an original kind of depiction. It's one of my all-time favorite coming of age stories in many ways. This is just quite a perfect experience and really one of my favorite projects of the mid 2010s. And just the influence this leaves through its three stories. It just conveys a lot of just finding warmth and depth of devastation and uncertainty. And I think this film has complete sympathy around it to an extent that it's like it's like these are the things a person can find in their childhood that will go on to be a timeless foundation for a person. So it's like it's just all these wonderful perspectives around that. And this is it's a stunningly fantastic film. I just really find this completely mesmerizing and just it's a lot. Like it's one of those films I find lately. Like I get the urge to rewatch, but I'm like, wow, I think this is a certain time and place. This is a lot, but it's also just wonderful at going through these moods in a way where it's just ultimate sympathy. It just has sympathy, like and soul all throughout. It's a strongly recommended from start to finish. For just something of I guess you could almost say a feel good powerhouse. That's the best way I could describe that.